Hello, and welcome back to this week's Weekly Pack Challenge. This week, we got a very strong start. Started off with the Frilled Dragon and a lot of faint pets, which just makes a super buff pet. And I decided to take the Secretary Bird. I've been seeing a lot of really fun, interesting videos with the Secretary Bird. So yeah, it just sort of possessed me to take it. Decided to bring in the Slug as another faint pet, though I think the Hoopoe Bird actually would have been better to keep than the Slug itself. Whale Hoopoe Bird was a really interesting combo. I didn't try it out in this pack, but I think that's a really fun, interesting combo to use. I decided to put a blueberry onto the ant. I didn't know if there were any snipers. I might have seen Dolphin, but by putting the blueberry onto an ant, that makes sure that, you know, any snipes will go onto that instead of one of the pets that we're wanting to keep alive, you know? I don't know what we're rolling for. I do see we have the Bison, but we are not going for Bison in this run. And Eggplant is good for shuffling up, like, enemy teams. Sometimes, like, a lot of the times, actually, in Super Auto Pets, the ordering of the pets is super important for determining, you know, if the abilities will work properly or not. So, Eggplant, I think, is one of the strongest perks that was added in the Golden Pack. It should be useful, honestly. I end up putting Donut onto the Secretary Bird, and what that allows is when the ant faints, it guarantees that its buff will go onto the Secretary Bird. Like, it's not a huge buff, it's only 3/3, but that's good to go there instead of the Frilled Dragon, just because the Frilled Dragon already has so many stats it's getting. No reason to, like, go overboard, you know? So up until that point, we had a, or sorry, not that round, but the round before. Up until that point, we had a flawless match. Every round, won on the first try. So, wow, first try? No, we won every match. There was no ties or losses. So, things started to go downhill at this point. We were losing steam. And you know, that makes sense from, like, a tier 1 pet and a bunch of feints. 2 tier 1 pets and a bunch of feints. I should have been swapping something out by this point. I decided to buff up the Secretary Bird, just to try and get by a little bit. And maybe Walrus with the chocolate cake wasn't the best idea, but it did allow to have more peanuts, and I thought that was going to help out, you know? My thought here is, if I get this Walrus to level 2, I don't need the chocolate cake anymore, and we can actually use the stats of the Walrus. That Stork spawned 2 cockatoos. Very helpful in battle. So yeah, we're just spiraling here. There's no survival. I probably should have taken the cheese there. We end up taking the meat bone, but cheese is a pretty good perk. This was actually a pretty fun weekly pack for summon builds. Like turkey, we have the, wow, what's it called? The sauropod? I think it's called the sauropod. The green one with the red frill on top of its head. It gives like +3/+3 for each fainted pet or something like that. Yeah, and then, you know, there was the beluga sturgeon, there was the mole, which could combo with the beluga sturgeon. Yeah, a lot of good summon pets. There was tapir, there was stork, there was seagull, which you combo that with mushroom. Yeah, lots of good summon pet stuff in this weekly pack. I didn't piece it together while I was playing, but yeah. So here we are, 9 wins, 1 health, we've, like, we went from flawless up to, like, 8 wins, and then now we're on turn 17. So, things spiraled a little bit. But unfortunately, the summoning team is just too much. Horse as well for early game. Very good for scalers. This is the second try that I have here. We were going for the hopeful Bison, and we got it. So we have Frilled Dragon again. I'm not going for the actual Frilled Dragon for this run. But hopeful Bison makes it so that we can get some of that early scaling in. Yeah, and we're on our first win on turn 5. I go ahead and grab the Osprey. Some good stats, and yeah, we're scaling up the Dolphin. This was like 6 runs deep or something like that. I end up getting like destroyed by dolphins so many times. I'm like, I should just grab a dolphin of my own, and so I do. And it's no surprise that I won with that. Now, I'm looking here, and it's like, we have 2 turkeys. We could grab that. But there's also the Macaque, and I rarely use the Macaque in SAP. So initially when it came out, it was actually a gorilla that it spawned. Which, honestly, was kind of OP. Like, it's a bit sad that, like, you don't get the gorilla anymore. I would have been fine with, like, the stats being lowered for that gorilla. But no, they just swapped it from a gorilla to an orangutan. So, you know, it's fine. No active ability, but still would have been nice. In either case, for the gorilla or the orangutan, whatever held food the macaque has, the summoned pet ends up with that food. So, I commented on the cheese before, and orangutan with cheese, like 12 to start with, and so that's 36 damage. I don't think there's melon in this pack. I don't think there's any protective equipment in this pack, but even still, if there was melon armor, that'd do like 16 damage through a melon. So that's pretty decent. There might have been garlic. And if so, that was basically it. So level 3 macaque, Spinosaurus, not whatever I said before. Spinosaurus. Wolverine. Very interesting pet. Did that one end up getting added to Turtle Pack? I think that one's in Turtle Pack. But anyways, Wolverine's very interesting. It adds additional damage. I think it's +3 damage to the snipe in front of it and behind it. So with Dolphin, that's kind of like, you know, not super interesting. Like, but Dolphin and Hoopo Bird were the only 2 snipers in this pack. So I could have put Hoopo Bird in front of the Wolverine and then Dolphin behind, but, you know, it still works fine. I decided I want to put the Bison at the front and then have the orangutan spawn behind it. That actually ends up trading really well for that turn. I think I would have lost that round if I didn't do that. Might as well get a little bit of extra attack on the Bison with the croissant. I should have probably gotten it earlier, but we lose that. So we're here again. 9 wins, 1 loss. Trying to figure out what I can do to improve this team. And I just decide, yeah, we'll grab the Wolverine. We'll grab, like, chicken leg just in case. There's not much I can do, like, yeah. So, double hit into the Bison, and yeah. we took out the cat that had a donut on it, just by pure chance. And that makes it so the mole couldn't go off. So if we didn't hit that cat, we would have lost there. So actually turns out pretty well for us. Anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're not already subscribed, make sure you do so. I release these weekly pack challenge videos every week. Try and play through without knowing what's in the pack. And then I stream about 4 times a week and upload 2 to 3 times a week. So yeah, take care everyone, and I'll see you all next time.